Mahesh was young, bright and ambitious student from the first batch Sudha Murty ever taught at college. Her relationship with him was closer than with any other students. He was charming, communicative and clear in his thinking. In college, they used to have long arguments on different issues and they used to agree to disagree on many matters. Sudha Murty always told him, Mahesh, I have seen many more seasons than you. With my experience in life, I want to tell you that good relationships, compassion and peace of mind is much more important than achievements, awards, degrees or money. Mahesh always argued, Madam, your stomach is full and you have achieved everything. Hence, you are comfortable in life and you can say that. You have received many awards, so you don't care for them and you are not ambitious. You will never understand people like me. Then, she usually just smiled at him, but she liked him for his openness. Mahesh was also very good at teaching. He completed his degree and got an excellent job in Microsoft in Seattle, USA. He was awaiting his visa to go abroad. Sudha Murty told him to teach at her college while he was waiting. Whenever she could not attend the laboratory sessions, she told him to take the charge of the junior lab and be her substitute. He became very popular with the students. Once she asked Mahesh, You are so good at teaching. Why don't you seriously think of becoming a professor? He said, My monthly salary in the US is more than a teacher's salary annually here. Why would I want to become a professor? Sudha Murty was upset on this response and she said, Mahesh, don't be so rude. A teacher is not respected for the salary, but for his or her knowledge and teaching. If you don't respect the teaching profession, that is fine, but don't make such comparison. Soon, Mahesh left the country on his new assignment. Many years passed and a decade rolled by. Sudha Murty's students who were once young were now middle-aged and she had gone from the middle age to old age. One day, her secretary told her that someone called Mahesh wanted to meet her. By this time, she knew many Mahesh and was not able to place him at once. She said that he was a student from her first batch of students. Now, Sudha Murty recognized him instantly and told her to set up an appointment. After all, old wine, old memories and old students are precious in life. On the day of the appointment, Mahesh walked in right on time. He had less hair than before and some of them were grey. He had put on weight. He was wearing an expensive shirt and there was a platinum ring on his finger. But alas, his face was like a dried tomato. There was not a trace of enthusiasm on it. On the contrary, Sudha Murty could see some lines of worry on his face. Mahesh sat in front of Sudha Murty and she ordered him a cup of tea. Mahesh looked at her and said, Madam, you look really old now. Sudha Murty smiled and said, Time and tide will wait for no one. But he did not smile back. He said again, How are you, madam? Sudha Murty responded, I am good, Mahesh. How are you? I haven't met you for 15 years. It is very nice of you to remember your old teacher and come to see me. Where are you? What are you doing now? Are you still with the Microsoft? Mahesh replied, No, madam. I left Microsoft after 3 years. I own a company in Singapore now. 200 people work for me. We make very good profit. Sudha Murty felt Mahesh's voice had that pride of achievement, which was very natural. So, you have settled in Singapore? Sudha Murty asked. Mahesh replied again, Not really. I come to India quite often because of work. I have a house in Vasant Vihar in Delhi, a flat in Worli in Mumbai, a bungalow in Rajmahal Villas Extension in Bangalore, a farm on Bannerghatta Road. stopped him. Mahesh, I didn't ask you about your assets. I'm not an income tax person. I just wanted to know where you normally stay. She was just pulling his leg, but he did not smile. Sudha Murty continued. She said, Mahesh, you have told me enough about your financial assets. Now tell me about your marital status. Are you married? How many children do you have? What do they do? Yes, madam, I am married. I have an 8-year-old daughter, he said. Mahesh pulled out his wallet and showed her his family photo. When he was in college, he used to go out with Bhagya, a girl junior to him. But the lady in the photograph was different. She was stunningly beautiful, like a model, and his daughter was cute. Sudha Murty felt that his life was a picture-perfect postcard. He was successful, rich, had a pretty wife and a daughter. What else can one want in life? With this kind of success, he should be very happy and enthusiastic. But he was not. Sudha Murty did not know the reason, but she knew that he would tell her. She stopped talking and allowed Mahesh to speak. Slowly, Mahesh opened up. Madam, I have a problem. I have come to talk to you. What problem? And what do you think I have the solution? Actually, a successful person like you should help an old teacher like me. Sudha Murty joked to reduce the tension. It is nothing to do with success, madam. For the last few years, I have been feeling very sad. I feel like I am missing something in life. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. Nothing makes me happy. Nothing even moves me or touches my heart, even if I see a heart-wrenching incident. I feel that I'm traveling in a desert without water and the roads are paved with gold and silver. Sudha Murty responded, Have you seen a doctor or a counselor? Of course I have. They said that a compassionate heart is important to enjoy life. They told me to read books and advised me to try and be happy by doing things such as looking at the sunrise, listening to the birds, taking long walks and exercising regularly. Then what happened? Asked Sudha Murty. I lost weight with all these activities, but otherwise things did not improve. I went back to a counselor again. He told me to go to Somalia on a trip. They took us to orphanages, HIV camps, and camps of children suffering from malnutrition. But nothing happened. I still did not feel anything. On the contrary, my mind was busy calculating how Somalia could export to America or other European nations. What would you have done in my place, madam? Don't put me in your shoes. What I would do is left to me, and you don't have to do the same. Why can't you talk to someone who is very dear to you? Maybe a friend or your wife or someone from your age group. They might be able to give you a better solution. After all, there is a generation gap between us. Mahesh was quiet for some time. Then he said, Madam, all my life I have calculated and made friendships. I have never spent time with people who aren't useful to me in some way. After all, life is a merciless, competitive field. Every move should take me one step higher on the ladder of success. Sudha Murty thought to herself, Now I know why Bhagya was replaced by the model wife. How much time do you spend with your family? She asked Mahesh. Mahesh responded, My daughter is friendly, but she is nice to me only when she wants something from me. Sometimes I find it very strange. A child looks beautiful only with innocence, but my daughter is more practical. My wife is very busy with the carpet business that she inherited from her father. She doesn't have any time to talk to me and my daughter, even though she works from home most of the time. Many times I think my wife wants to get all my contacts and clients so that she can expand her business. I'm more of a database to her than a companion. Madam, Please tell me, how do I become compassionate? How do I build a strong family? How can I enjoy the sunrise and the moonlight? How much time does it take to get all these qualities? Are there any books or a crash course or people who can teach me? I don't care about the cost, but it shouldn't take months together. Sudha Murty was shocked by his approach. She responded very politely and firmly. Mahesh, compassion cannot be taught, sold or bought. There is no time limit either. It is one of the characteristics that you have to develop from the beginning. Understand that life is a journey. In that short journey, if you can show compassion to others, show it now. Our ancestors have always talked about the middle path for a reason. That path makes a person stable, happy and content. Mahesh, you are the role model for your children. Children will be what they see. What you have done, your daughter has copied. Mahesh sighed and said, Yes, madam, I understand what you are saying. I will take my daughter and work with poor people on a regular basis along with her. That will also help us bond. I'm hoping that it will make me a better human being, and I will be able to feel worthy again. Now I know what brought me to you. I cannot thank you enough, madam. Mahesh left her office with hope in his heart and a smile on his face.